When you retire, you can just focus on yourself, relaxing and doing what you love. But sometimes your relaxation gets interrupted by your children who also want to rest and relax because of their children. Being a grandma is tough, especially when your kids leave you with the grandkids. Well, maybe we'll have a good time. You have to keep an eye on kids like Ivy. Youth is wasted on the young, and young kids need supervision. Ivy isn't dressed warmly enough. She needs help. Grandma Ruby bundles Ivy up in a new sweater. And Grandma Kylie helps her pick out a more appropriate skirt. Ivy doesn't really like her new look. But now the grandmas are fighting, and nothing can stop them. Ivy is growing more and more layers of her grandmother's love. The grandmothers got along great before Ivy was born, and now they are fighting over her. Grandma Kylie makes Ivy feel right at home. Kylie can use all the latest tech, too, so they have a lot to do together. Grandma Ruby is super jealous. She has to knock out the competition. Ruby's old, but she has a great sense of humor. She's ready to prank her rival. Let's see how well Kylie handles Ivy without her glasses. She picked the best moment. Ivy is doing her homework. This is going to be tough. Kylie can't see it all without her glasses, but she doesn't want to admit that to Ivy. So she writes directly on the table, thinking it's paper. Nice job, Grandma Ruby! Grandma Ruby wants to show Ivy how important it is to take care of things. She's using these pigeons to show what she means. But Ivy isn't excited about it, and she loses interest fast. Grandma Ruby lost this round. See? Grandma Kylie is way more fun. She likes modern stuff and is great at it, actually. Eating right is the key to staying healthy. How would kids eat without their grandmothers? Ruby just made oatmeal for Ivy, but Kylie got to the kitchen first. Grandma Kylie broke a heel and she needs glue, but she found the oatmeal that Ruby made instead. Kylie wouldn't eat oatmeal, but she'll use it as glue. What recipe did Ruby use? The oatmeal is so sticky. It's strong enough to hold a heavy painting up on the wall. Gotta prank Ruby, too. This loser sign stays up, too. But by the time Ivy gets to the kitchen, the plate is empty. Unlike Ivy, Ruby was happy to see the empty plate. The grandmas are on the warpath. They both have to stay alert because their rival can make a move at any time. Ruby is taking advantage of the fact that Kylie's napping. This time, Ruby's using her iconic moves. She catches Kylie in her web, and when the trap is ready, she starts waking Kylie up. Nice try, but Kylie isn't even bothered. She has a servant. If she can't get up from the chair, then the chair can get up with her. That was classy. Getting old is hard. Ruby's back hurts. Kylie's doesn't, though. She gets plenty of massages and feels amazing. Unlike her rich rival, Ruby can't afford to get massages. But she has an alternative. She calls the cops and steals the officer's handcuffs. Now she has to get frisked. That's kind of like a massage, right? Very creative idea, Grandma Ruby. Her spine feels better already. Something Ruby loves doing is gardening. She really wants to pass her love of plants on to Ivy, but Ivy's not interested. She must be too young. And Kylie's hobbies are way more fun. She has everything they need for a spa day. So she gets Kylie to join her quickly. It'll be hard for Ruby to beat Kylie. She keeps stealing her granddaughter. So she loves her beauty products, huh? Let's see what she thinks when her shampoo turns into fertilizer. Ruby overreacted though. She poured all the shampoo out, and it had a big effect. The grandmothers want to take Ivy on a picnic because eating outdoors is so good for you. They just have to find the right place. The grandmothers have to pick it out and pack supplies. Kylie brought everything they might need for a picnic, except a blanket. Luckily, Ivy's picnic team has more than one grandmother on it. Ruby is a champion knitter. Her knitted blankie is so big that they can all fit on it. Maybe the grandmothers should join forces instead of fighting? Then maybe Ruby would accept Kylie's blanket. Uh-oh, is it alive? That's what Kylie thought. But it was just Ruby pranking her again. Entertaining Ivy is hard. Maybe Ruby is just doing it wrong. She can't find anything that'll cheer Ivy up, no matter what she tries. Ivy's falling asleep. Can Kylie help with one of her gadgets? Ruby just got a great idea! If we combine this modern thing with my favorite item, a rocking chair! Looks like Ivy's finally happy, and Ruby can have some time to herself. Are you hungry? Ruby rushes to the fridge, but it's empty! She gave all her food to Ivy. Does Kylie have anything to eat? Yes, she's having lunch right now. It's Asian food. Kylie decides to share with Ruby. But she doesn't have another set of chopsticks. Who cares? She can use her knitting needles. The grandmothers have a minute to watch some TV, but the remote is gone. It's nowhere to be found. We can't watch TV without a remote. But then Ruby sees it across the room. It's far away, which means whoever gets to it first can choose the channel. Get the popcorn. This is going to be a battle for the ages. There's a lot at stake. This is serious stuff because the grandmas like different TV shows. Ruby's pulling ahead at the finish line. She's about to turn on her favorite show, but the remote's not working. Oh! Someone stole the batteries! Someone? Don't you mean Kylie? Grandma Kylie writes poetry, but unfortunately, her gold pen is out of ink. But she can get it started again, except she scribbled all over Ruby's EKG results. Ruby was at the doctor today. The doctor was shocked by her vitals.
Listen to me. I'll be alright.
Kylie's never heard of that. Who cares if she's old? Ruby would love to join her, but her doctor is keeping a very close eye on her. After a long day, both grandmas need some good rest. Old people need to take care of themselves. When the grandmas are sleeping, a mysterious robber broke in. He doesn't steal money or jewelry. All he wants is their dentures, because his client is a special guy too. A corrupt tooth fairy! He came to get a full set of teeth, and he was shocked when he saw that the second set is made out of pure gold. The deal is off, thanks to their loud arguing. The grandmas woke up and started blaming each other for the missing dentures. The grandmas had a hard week. Ivy really wore them out. So they were really looking forward to Ivy's parents coming back. Ivy is finally leaving. And now they can just enjoy babies. Where did you come from? Wow! Being a grandma is a huge responsibility. Did you like our story about grandmas Kylie and Ruby? Who was your favorite? Tell us in the comments. And don't forget to like and subscribe so you never miss a new video from Troom Troom Trick.